saga of the great Hudson's Bay Fur Company. And of the brave men who traveled the untrekked wilderness from Labrador to California, from Minnesota to Alaska. Starring Barry Nelson as Jonathan Banner, Hudson's Bay Man. With George Tobias as Pierre Falcon.
It was midsummer when Pierre Falcon and I were ordered on business to Fort Caribou, a small Hudson's Bay Company trading post.
How many years since you've been here?
Quite a few.
Things have changed, eh?
A little.
You know, Johnny, it's a good thing they move you from here. What a mess.
Well, it's not so much compared to some of the bigger posts, but it's got something.
What?
Come on, I'll introduce you to him.
Mr. Kimbrough? Mr. Kimbrough?
There's no one here, unless your friend is invisible.
Well, he must be over at the trading post. He used to like to spend a lot of his time checking the furs.
Not much of an office for a factor.
Well, it's not like some we've been in, but a table, a chair, that's not what matters.
You know, monsieur, I think you really like this Kimbrough.
What makes you say that?
Because I'm a very smart fellow.
Well, he taught me everything I know.
How long has he been here?
Oh, about 35 years, I'd say.
That's a long time at one post.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Well, why did they keep a man at the one post for such a long time?
Oh, I don't know. You know, it's going well and there's no problems. Why, it's just easy to forget.
Sometimes I wish they would forget about you and me.
Nobody wants to be forgotten, Pierre.
Did you forget him, monsieur?
Yeah, I suppose I did. It's funny, you know. Seems like only yesterday I was here in this office listening to him. Yeah, well, come on. Let's find him. Back to Kimbrough?
There's no one here.
I wonder where he could be.
Maybe he's out on a trip.
Could be.
What's the matter?
Look, the first storeroom. It's empty. Maybe we're adding it up all wrong. Just because Factor Kimbrough isn't around and the furs are gone doesn't mean he ran off with them. Maybe somebody stole them and he's gone after them. There could be any number of reasons. Couldn't there?
What do you want me to say?
Can a man change that way?
Maybe. If he thinks he is forgotten.
He was a good man, Pierre.
They are harder to remember than bad men.
After 35 years?
I'm sorry for your friend, monsieur. I'm sorry for you.
Can I help you?
Have you seen Factor Kimbrough?
He left with a load of furs a few hours ago.
You know where he's headed?
He said he was taking them to Fort Gannon. But you know, now that I think of it, that's a little strange because Fort Gannon is south of here, and he headed north.
You sure?
I helped him out at the gate. You know, I think I better tell somebody about this.
Son, I'd like to ask you for a favor.
What, sir?
Well, will you just keep this to yourself for a little while?
If Factor Kimbrough's done something wrong?
How old are you, son?
18.
And you planning to stay with Hudson Bay?
Oh, yes, sir. I hope to work for the company in Montreal someday.
Sure you will. Look, if you had been assigned to this post for 35 years, how would you feel? Maybe a wrong has been done, Factor Kimbrough. Will you just keep it to yourself for a week?
Yes, sir.
Let's find him. Pierre and I started north. Somewhere ahead of us was a man ready to take a jump. He had to find him.
Come in.
Factor Kimbrough?
Oh, do I know you, sir?
I think you should, sir.
Well, I'm sorry I can't seem to place the face. I meet a lot of people, you know. Those eyes. I once had a lad apprenticed to me with eyes so bright. Is that Jonathan Banner?
Yes, sir.
Little Jonathan Banner. Aye, it's been a long time.
Yes, sir.
I've heard some wonderful things about you. I must say I felt a little proud.
Oh, I hope so, sir.
Little Jonathan Banner. Has it been so long?
I'm afraid so.
What brings you here?
Well, I came down to Fort Caribou to see you, and they said you'd headed this way.
You came to see me? All the way from Gannon?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I knew you'd come to see me one day, Jonathan. Of course, I realize how busy you've been. But I knew you wouldn't forget me.
No, sir.
Oh, that's more than I can say for the company. Leaving a man to rot for 35 years in this desolate wilderness.
Sir,
But that's over now. I've left the company. I've given my best years to it. I'm off now to give the rest of them to Pat Gallagher.
Pat Gallagher?
You know him?
Wasn't he the one who set up independent trading outside our territory?
Aye, that's the man.
All right. I haven't heard anything good about him. Has he made you an offer?
Aye, better than Hudson's Bay ever did.
Well, man has a right to try to better himself.
I'm not trying to ask you to understand, Jonathan. You're young.
No, I understand.
You do?
Yes, sir. I know the company's been neglecting you. In fact, I see the same thing happening to me.
Oh, but you're doing so well now. And...
No. Hudson Bay's too big. No, I don't see myself going any further than where I am now. You know something? I think I'll go with you to see Gallagher. He might have a spot for me in his organization.
Well, of course, you might be able to use your...
Yes, with a new organization like that, I might have a chance of working myself into a good post. Maybe even a partnership. Can you see me getting a partnership in Hudson's Bay?
I do believe you're serious, Jonathan.
Yes, sir.
Johnny, you feeling okay?
I never felt better in my life.
Well, do you expect me to lead the company, too?
I expect you to use your own judgment about it. Because we have been much together, that does not mean that I have to be foolish when you are foolish.
Does that mean you won't come with me?
I stay with the Hudson's Bay even if they don't make me a partner.
Oh, but Jonathan...
I'm not going to try to change your mind, sir. Please don't try to change mine. Well, I guess this is the end of the road. Yeah. Take care of yourself.
You really doing it, Johnny?
Yeah.
I didn't know you wanted to be a partner so badly.
Well, now you know.
Johnny, I tell you what I do. I make you my partner in anything I own or ever will own.
Well, that's very nice of you, Pierre. But...
Not enough, huh?
No, I'm afraid not. Oh, we better get on our way, huh? Goodbye.
Well, look what the great west wind just blew in.
Oh, Marianne.
I've been waiting for you, honey.
Jonathan, I want you to know Mary Ann Gallagher, Pat's sister.
Now, that's no way to introduce me, Kim, honey. Come on, do it right.
Jonathan, I'd like you to meet my fiancée.
Fiancé?
Fiancé.
How do you do?
Hello. Did you have a nice trip?
Well, I'm getting a bit too old for traveling.
I see the wagon's empty. Did you forget my dowry?
No, I didn't forget it. It's in a safe place.
Good. Well, then, let's all go into the saloon. Well, we sure have something to celebrate, Kim, honey. If you've got that dowry.
Oh, I've got it.
Well, then, I think there's going to be a little wedding in town.
Jonathan, you can be the first man to congratulate.
I hope you'll be very happy.
You don't say it as if you mean it.
I mean it.
Well, why do you look like that?
Well, the thought of marriage always does that to me.
Have you got something against it?
Well, I suppose it's all right for some people.
But not for you, eh?
Hmm.
You know, someday, a girl's going to come around, and she's going to change your mind.
Well, that's going to be some girl.
Maybe we should find Pat and tell him the good news.
Sure, honey, let's go.
Congratulations, Kimbrough. You're getting a fine girl. Who's your friend?
I want you to meet Jonathan Banner, one of the finest men Hudson's Bay Company ever had.
Jonathan Banner.
Aye, he wants to join up with you.
I'd make him a member anytime.
Why the switch, Banner?
Oh, you can't get anywhere with Hudson's Bay. They're too big. Oh, with you, there might be a chance of a promotion.
There might be. Can you vouch for him, Kimbrough?
I'll vouch for him.
Kimbrough.
I can speak for Mr. Banner.
All right.
Well, it looks like you made it, John.
Well, you must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you go and rest up a bit and show Mr. Banner to his room? We can talk about the dowry later.
That's fine. Come along, Jonathan.
Have a good rest, Kim, honey.
See you later.
Have a good rest, you old goat.
Take it easy. You won't have to pretend that you're my sister much longer.
Well, I'd better not.
And stop making a play for Banner. The old man's liable to catch on.
And are you getting jealous?
You'll have to go chasing all the men, don't you?
It makes life much more interesting.
After I get those furs, I'll make your life interesting.
You've got everything all figured out, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. I even have our friend Mr. Banner figured out.
Oh?
Well, surely you've heard of Banner of Hudson's Bay. And the Banner I've heard of wouldn't be leaving that company for no reason, let alone to come with a thief like me.
Who are you calling a thief?
I know what I am. And I know what Banner is. And I know what you are, my girl.
You'll be comfortable, Jonathan.
Oh, this is fine.
I think I'll get along to my room and get a little rest.
Sir,
Jonathan?
I hope you'll be happy.
Oh, she's a mighty fine girl. And I'm a lucky man.
I think Pat Gallagher is a lucky man. He's getting a dowry. Usually the other way around, isn't it?
Well, things are a little bit different when you're getting old. Besides, I'm getting a partnership in the Gallaghers for it.
That must be quite a dowry.
Jonathan, I might as well tell you. You'll find it out later anyway. The dowry is a load of furs. Hudson's Bay furs. Does that shock you, Jonathan?
No, not if you can justify it, sir.
I feel that it's only part payment for all those wasted years for the company.
Are you sure they were wasted?
Well, they weren't appreciated, Jonathan. A man has to feel that he's wanted. Hudson's Bay Company didn't want me, or they wouldn't have left me out there in that place to rot for 35 years. Here, I feel I am wanted, and I'm loved.
Are you sure you're not buying that love, sir?
Ah, Mary Ann loves me, Jonathan. I can feel it. She calls me honey.
Yes, sir.
Well, I think I'd better be getting a little rest. Later, I've got to take Gallagher out to where the furs are stored. I'll see you later.
Why don't you just lie down here? I'm going out and take a look around the fort.
Oh, well, thank you, Jonathan. I am tired.
Oh, there's a bit of a chill in the air, sir. I think you'd better cover up.
I knew you'd come around, Mr. Banner. Honey. The moment I saw you with the old goat, I knew you were for me. And I think I know of a way that you and I can get those furs from the old fool. And then we can go away together. Wouldn't you like that, honey? Come on, honey. Talk to me. Honey, talk.
Leaving so soon? Sorry I had to do that, sir.
You knew.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not wanted anyway.
We better get out of here. Pretty quick.
You had no intentions of leaving Hudson's Bay.
No, sir.
And why all this?
I had to find out why you really wanted to leave the company.
You knew about the furs?
Yes, sir.
Didn't you care about getting them back?
furs are easy to replace, sir.
You could have had me stopped at any time.
Yes, could have.
You know something, Jonathan? I think you care.
I think so.
I've been a very foolish old man.
We better get out of here quick. She'll tell Gallagher about this.
You care.
Sorry, Kimbrough. Would have been better if you'd thought of this as a dowry. Now it's going to be just plain theft. Come on, let's go.
No.
Banner, tell your friend here if he wants to keep his head, to use it.
You better tell them where you got the furs. Or they're gonna kill you.
Perhaps it's no more than I deserve.
No, sir.
You take us to those furs right now. Or the Hudson's Bay Company is going to lose one of its prize boys.
Yes, I'll take you. There, in there. Oh, what have I done?
Nothing, sir.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Your dowry, my dear. All right, you two, get loading.
I would not do that, monsieur. Put down that gun.
Pierre! What are you doing up there?
Well, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I knew you could not leave Hudson's Bay.
Why not?
Because what would you do without me? There is only one Pierre Falcon.
How did you get here?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, Johnny. When you leave with Kimbrough, and I had to go back to Fort, I get lost in the woods, and here I am. It's not anybody who can get lost.
Come on down, Pierre.
Ah, that's a problem. I'm stuck.
I can't understand it.
Well, it's plain enough, sir. You've been made a director of the Hudson's Bay Company.
This is like a partner.
Yeah, something like that. That's why I was on my way to Fort Caribou in the first place, to bring you your orders.
But why didn't you tell me when you caught up with me at the cabin?
There was something that had to be done first, sir.
Director of the Hudson's Bay Company. I can't believe it. They didn't forget me after all.
No, sir.
I owe you and Pierre much, Jonathan.
Oh, not at all. What did I do?
You got lost, Pierre. You got lost.